Later, later in my technical explanation, I would explain the structure of the program, where and how we are going to guide our students to be entrepreneurs and also to get employed immediately after completing their coursework. So this is a milestone because this is the first time in Sri Lanka a public institution has joined hands with a foreign university, internationally ranking foreign university, to be our technical partner. And also, well, together, what we have done, we have appointed convenient learning centers all over the island, in all districts, so that our students do not have to come to Colombo to study, or to minimize the logistic hassle, especially given the COVID situation, which we are combating. So therefore, my dear parents who have joined this session with your student, along with your children, we have given this opportunity to a world-class qualification through well-reputed institutions in your area, so that they can guide under the supervision of Sri Lanka Foundation and Lincoln University, Malaysia. So this is the first time in the history of this country a state institution has joined hands with the international university and also partnered with private institutions to offer qualification at an affordable cost. And also, not only that, we are not going to stop there. We are going to guide our students to secure employment time to come. Because whatever we have planned, it's not for today. We have planned ahead, looking at 3 to 5 years employment and also 3 to 5 years industrial requirement. It's not just today's requirement. We have thought, we have planned this to be, we have planned this ahead so that our students can secure lucrative employment time to come. So I think I would rather discuss this in detail in the technical session as the agenda. For the time being, over to Anusha. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Roshan, for welcoming everybody gathered here. And let me invite Ms. Champika Amarasekara, Senior Attorney at Law and the Chairperson of Sri Lanka Foundation, to give you a briefing about who we are as in Sri Lanka Foundation. Over to you, Ms. Amarasekara.
Thank you, Anusha. Honorable Secretary to the Ministry of Mass Media, Vice Chancellor of Lincoln University College, officials of both SLFI and Lincoln University College, and they are our partner institutions. Good morning to all of you. It's indeed, I consider this a great privilege. Privilege to welcome all of you who have registered yourself to pursue an HND course in your chosen area with us. SLFI has a 50-year-old history and in adult education, and it has earned a reputation for its training programs and its ability to organize and conduct very successful workshops. When we refer to adult education, I'm sure many of you would get the idea that we refer to those who are already employed and maybe even senior citizens who fall into this category. But that's not the case. For all students who are ready to take up tertiary education after completion of their A levels, we have created a platform for you to do a degree in line with His Excellency Gotabaya Rajapaksa's vision for the country, Vistas of Prosperity and Splendor. SLFI is a state-owned institution, and we have affiliated ourselves with the Lincoln University College to carry out these very impressive HND courses to make the necessity for public-private partnerships a reality. At the end of the 2-year study course, exams will be held by us and certificates will also be issued by us so that the validity of the certificate would be enhanced as we are a state-owned institute. So at this moment, while congratulating all of you for making a very wise decision to pursue an HND course, I would take this opportunity to wish you all a very, very bright future. So good luck and enjoy your study course. Ayubowan. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Amarasekara, for that speech, welcoming and introducing Sri Lanka Foundation to the gathering. Let me invite Honorable Secretary to the Media Ministry, Mr. Jagat P. Vijayveera, to address the gathering. Over to you, sir.
Good morning to you. Can you hear me?
We can hear and see you.
Yes, sir. Yes, we can hear you.
Good morning, Ayubowan to you, all of you. And thank you very much for inviting me today. Before that, I should convey my Honorable Minister's message that he had to attend the Parliament for a special meeting today. Therefore, he told me in the morning that he is having his good wishes, the heartiest wishes for this inauguration ceremony, and for the courses, the students who commence their courses today. Vice Chancellor of the Lincoln University and Chairman Champika, and the other distinguished officials from the Foundation Institute, and all students and colleagues participating today. In fact, today we are very happy to introduce this program to the whole island-wide program. We are very happy that we are able to, and the institute is able to join with the Lincoln University, and it is a very, as our colleague said, that is a very lucrative opportunity you are having from today onward, and with the good positive possibilities of having job opportunities in the future. I think this is the thing we need now, Sri Lanka, to have not only education, but to have some catch-up job opportunities in the end of their educations and the courses. Therefore, it is a very good opportunity we are having. And I wish you all the officials from the for the Foundation Institute, and especially special thanks should go to the Vice Chancellor of Lincoln University and all the staff officials who they have vigorously attempted to support us and to inaugurate this session and the courses. In fact, as you said, we have connected to the more than 20 local institutions to get support for the institution, the foundation institution. Via that route, I believe we can have a good opportunity to educate every nook and corner, the students who live every nook and corner in the island. And it is our village boys and girls and other learning loving people. They are very fortunate to have this opportunity to join with the Foundation Institute and have this opportunity. I in my full heart of wishes and not only me, but my Honorable Minister is wishing you all success today and in the future also. We expect to have the master level graduate people will come from this foundation institute with the blessings of international universities like Lincoln. Thank you very much. I wish you all success. I go on.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir, for that speech and welcoming the gathering. And let me invite Professor Dr. Amia, the President of Lincoln University College, Malaysia, to give his speech and welcome this gathering, because this is one of the most important events we are having. Like I mentioned earlier, in the education history of Sri Lanka, where we are connecting the leading state organization, Sri Lanka Foundation, with the leading private university, the Lincoln University College, to offer degrees, like Mr. Roshan mentioned, quality degrees at international level, but at affordable prices to the Sri Lankans. So, Professor Dr. Amia, over to you, sir.
Well, thank you, Mr. Anusha. I think Professor is joining us. Until such time, I would like to enlighten our students and also fellow colleagues, and would like to specially thank once again the inspiring speech done by Honorable Secretary of the Ministry, and also the key members. I couldn't actually note and thank them. In fact, now I can see the pictures. I could see Director General has joined the session, and I think Professor Amia Baumek has joined us to address the gathering, the inauguration. Good morning and welcome to the session, sir.
Good morning and Ayur Bhavan, Roshan.
Okay, so you are online, and we have here the Honorable Minister Secretary, Dr. Vijayaratna, Sri Lanka Foundation, Chairperson Ms. Champika, and also Director General of Sri Lanka Foundation, and also senior staff members of the Ministry and Sri Lanka Foundation, and the students and the parents.
Very good. Thank you very much. And very good morning to all of you, especially the chairperson of Sri Lanka Foundation, Ms. Champika, and Secretary to the Media Ministry, Mr. Jagat P.Y.G. Vera, and Honorable Minister, Dr. Kelia Rambukwela, and our Lincoln University College Country Director, Mr. Roshan Dilema, and the faculty members, the colleagues and friends of Sri Lanka Foundation, and also some of our some of our Sri Lankan partner. I'm very proud that what we have achieved so far with the help of our country director, Mr. Roshan, his 24/7 hard work and strategic thinking and strategic implementation of quality education provider for Sri Lanka, which needed years back, decades back. And my country director, Roshan, has taken that responsibility and putting in place. I appreciate the minister and his secretary to be present today. And of course, the chairperson of Sri Lankan Foundation, who was very kind to take up Mr. Roshan's proposal and implement. The HND which we are implementing, and it has been in our Senate and Academic Affairs, has been a major challenge, that how do we handle the situation whereby our Sri Lankan brothers, sisters, they get Lincoln degree and they go out of the island, go to other country, how they can project that, oh, they have gotten a very good quality education and they can stand against all types of competitions. Roshan and our Academic Affairs and Senate have been brainstorming themselves. The brainstorming because people will come to our Sri Lankan partners and getting all types of diplomas, advanced diploma, and then they will come to our Sri Lankan partner, claim that they have done diploma, advanced diploma, and now you give top-up degree 1 year. It was a real nightmare for our Academic Affairs and Senate. And the students and our partners will claim that why Lincoln Malaysia cannot give top-up degree for 1 year, whereas UK universities would give them 1 year top-up degree. Well, we didn't want to compare. We said we want to stand by the Lincoln's value. We want to stand by that students who are working very hard and our faculty members who are also working very hard along with the students, we want to give them value. I'm sure all of you will agree with me that name of the university has no meaning if you do not have good students, if you do not have good faculty members. These are two very important factors in educational scenario. So name today Lincoln, if it is popular, that's because of you, faculty member, because of your students. I am nobody. Not because of our country, not because of our ministry. It is always the students, it is always the faculty members. They are the one who upheld the name of the institution. So therefore, when my Sri Lankan brothers and sisters used to get our Lincoln certificate for 1 year top-up degree, they go outside and they say, oh, Lincoln has started to give qualification in 1 year. And because of that, so Lincoln name automatically at stake. And when Lincoln's name at stake, that means whose name at stake? It is not Lincoln. It is your students. It is your faculty members. They get branded. So on that particular, we decided that we are not going to accept any Tom, Dick, and Harry diploma and advanced diploma. We will only accept the government approved institution or government running institution who will be awarding diploma, advanced diploma. We will only accept them, and rest diploma, advanced diploma, we are not going to accept them. When our Senate Academic Affairs decided to that, we got bombarded by many partners. Oh, you will be losing students, you'll be losing money, you'll be losing all sorts of things. And we said, we are not bothered about money, we are bothered about the students who graduate, we bother about them. We bother about the faculty members who are working day and night with the students, we bother about them. We don't care whether the money is coming or not. So with this strong footing, our Senate Academic Affairs and Mr. Roshan has come up with joint venture of Sri Lankan Foundation that our year one syllabus will be taught, and that will be given diploma. Our year 2 will be taught, and that will be given HND. So still we are maintaining the terminology, but basically when Lincoln issued degree, they are getting 3 years of transcript. They are getting 3 years value, and at the same time they are getting diploma and advanced diploma as well. So we see that we have given value to our students. So in that particular scenario, we have launched a diploma and advanced diploma. At the same time, the students can transfer their credits to many overseas universities as well. So diploma, advanced diploma, and they can transfer. So we have created a big horizon for our students, for our faculty members. So with that background, I appreciate my heartfelt gratitude to Sri Lankan Foundation, and also Mr. Roshan, our country director, that how they have taken the responsibility, maintain the quality education delivery in Sri Lanka. A lot of people, a lot of universities will be talking quality education, that we are giving quality education. Now, quality education does not happen simply by talking. Quality education does not happen by simply giving lectures. Quality education must be seen in action. Quality education must be seen the result of that action. So the action what we have taken, that with this kind of strategy, we are also matching the Lincoln University College philosophy, mission, and vision as well. Now, what is Lincoln University College vision, mission, philosophy? Simple. Everybody has a right, birthright, to have higher education. Now, when we talk about everybody has a chance to have the higher education, and how do you link with quality education? Am I going to compromise of delivery? No. By having our year 1, year 2, by differentiating diploma and HND, we are going to go to the interior area of Sri Lanka, whereby certain area will be able to deliver only year 1, full stop. We are not going to allow them to offer them year 2. Then from year 1, in a certain remote area, then another little town area, they will be doing year 2. And then finally, we will bring them cosmopolitan town like Colombo. So they will be doing final year. So that way we can literally strategize with everyone, and yet quality education, and yet we shall be able to deliver their dream, the higher tertiary qualification. So with this, as all of us are educators, we have taken a noble responsibility. Rather, if you believe in God, God has given us responsibility as we are educator, that we need to do something for the society. It's not all the time money, money. Of course, we need money, because without money, how do we take care of our family members? How do we take care? But we don't need money to create a materialistic wealth. We don't need money that have a big house, which you know, I know, when we leave this world, those materialistic wealth are not going to go with us. But what is going to go with us? You as an educator, I as an educator, what we have done for our younger generations. If those younger generations received our contributions and they can carry on, so when we leave this world, they will remember for us. And that will be the real bank assets. That will be the real materialistic wealth when we leave this world, that work, what we did, it will be remembered forever. So with this, then our work will become worship. As famous philosopher said, Swami Vivekananda, work is worship. So our education, Lincoln education, will be nothing but work is worship. So let's work together. Let's join hands together, that how the Lincoln University College education can create an impact in the society. I'm sure Mr. Roshan will be sharing, or he may have shared with you, that Times Higher Education Impact Ranking 2021, our status in the world in terms of quality education, number 35. We have done better than some of the famous US universities. We have done better than Australian universities. We have done better than UK universities. Of course, in Malaysia, none of the universities have gotten such high standard of quality education delivery. So with this, let's join hands together. And I always quote in all my lectures that, or talk, that you and I know that when we wait in Colombo airport, we know when Sri Lankan Airlines certain flight, what time they are going to take. Time, day, everything we know that particular flight is going to take off. But we as a human being, we are also equivalent to flight. Neither you nor myself know when this human flight will take off from this world. So before we take off from this world, let's do something together. Let's create an impact in the society so that when our human flight takes off from this world, people remember, oh, so and so flight came, at least they have done something. So with this, I sincerely thank you all. The university belongs to you, not me. You are responsible for delivering quality education, not me. I am nobody. The Lincoln name is nothing. It is your responsibility how you can deliver quality education and how our brothers and sisters can be benefited by your presence in the society. That's all, nothing else. Once again, I thank you all, especially the minister and minister secretary has given how busy schedule, but they have realized how important it is and they have given us time. My heartfelt gratitude to all of you, and along with this, the chairperson of the Sri Lankan Foundation and my country director. Thank you once again. God bless us to steer through this world pandemic so that we don't suffer what we have been suffering mentally and physically. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you, Dr. Professor Amia. That was a wonderful speech, very encouraging, and I think everybody enjoyed every single word of it. Like they say, individually, we are raindrops, but together we can make oceans. And that's exactly what Sri Lanka Foundation and Lincoln University College is going to do in Sri Lanka. Like I mentioned at the beginning, this is one of the most important milestones in the education history in Sri Lanka. You might think, why am I so much into this? Why am I repeating the same thing? Because that's exactly what we are going to do. This will take over us to the technical discussion headed by Mr. Roshan. He will introduce you to the courses we are going to have, and he will do the technical nitty-gritties of the courses. Over to you, Mr. Roshan.
Thank you, Anusha. Thank you, Professor, for joining us with the busy schedule, and also the encouraging words for the Minister's Office and Minister, as well as the Secretary and the Chairperson. And always my heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Vijayaratna, who is always being behind this, technically supporting, because private-public partnership, he has made it so easy. He has made things look very easy to everyone, enabling the interior, the students at a very almost interior to the country have access to quality education by appointing convenient learning centers for them to, as Professor said, we have given levels of access to students. So I have to thank the SLFI staff, including his leadership, and also the Senate members and the President. Without his influence, the university not easy. We all know that. So because of his valuable guidance, influence, and knowing the culture, he has traveled across the world. I think in Sri Lanka also, his good self has traveled all around the country, north to south and east to west. He has traveled. So he has seen the culture. He knows what we are going through. He understands the trouble and the problems faced by the Sri Lankan students and the job opportunities in our small tiny island. So he's always concerned how this foreign revenue can be generated by producing skilled population. So it was always the inspiring words and inspiring advices given by his good self. Thank you very much, sir, once again. So I would like to start my technical illustration here for the students, for the benefit of the students who have just joined us. And we are sorry that we had to limit the participants. We had to limit to some extent due to certain late registrations. So we are sorry about that, but this video will be available on Facebook and it will be live. You could join. So let me start my technical session. Thank you very much for all who have joined.
I have to leave, Roshan. Is that okay with you?
Great. Thank you, Professor. It's okay.
Thank you, Roshan. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay. This is what basically we are today to see HND leading to degree. Now, I have seen that some of our partner institutions, they have communicated to you the word HND. The word HND stands for Higher National Diploma. It's a 2-year qualification which aligns with what? SLQF, Sri Lanka Qualification Framework, published by University Grant Commission of Sri Lanka. So we have aligned this qualification with Sri Lanka Qualification Framework and also Malaysian Qualification Framework, not to mention UK, Australia, USA, New Zealand, Canada. We have aligned this qualification to comply with all the requirements of these countries. So, my dear friends, parents, students, what we have done here is simply we have given an opportunity to our own brothers and sisters to see the world. I always tell you already have a national ID card with you. You already have or may have a driving license with you. But what we are trying to give you is a passport, which can be used for domestic purpose as well as in other countries. So this is what we are trying to do. We are trying to give you a passport which you can use in Sri Lanka and out of the country. So let me start my technical discussion. So just for the benefit of the students who have not seen Sri Lanka Foundation, you could have a look at this. This is how it looks like in a Colombo 7. Right? Sri Lanka Foundation institution, established way back in 1970s, I believe. And this is how the Lincoln University College Malaysia looks like. Different campus setups. You can see different buildings. So these are different faculties. And Sri Lanka Foundation established in 1974 by the government of Sri Lanka by the foundation law. And Lincoln University Malaysia is a world-class university. As Professor mentioned, it's ranking 35 in the world now for quality education. Oh, I'm sure that you have done your web survey by now, but let me elaborate what you have not seen there. I always enlighten the viewers, the participants, by telling things which is not available online for you to read. So here, what I'm just briefly telling about the university, where the degree will be awarded finally. You get 25,000 plus undergraduates in campus, off campus. We have produced over 100,000 Lincoln has for the last 20 years? 100,000. And the Malaysian establishment is in operation in 30 countries. LUC graduates have secured employment across the globe. I must tell you one thing. Our employability rate is 99.99. That means all our graduates are employed. I would not say 100. LUC graduates secure employment across the globe. Over 2,500 pursuing degree programs in 15 institutions in Sri Lanka. At present, we have around 2,500 undergraduate, masters, and doctoral students pursuing studies with us. LUC has produced many graduates, masters, PhDs in last 10 years. So it's not a new brand name in Sri Lanka. Lincoln University is in operation for the last 10 years here. And we have been doing a wonderful job for the Sri Lankan students. Our plan, our motivation here is to create, along sharing the vision as the chairperson, the brainchild behind this. The chairperson was talking about sharing the vision of the president and the government. So what we are trying to do here, Sri Lanka Foundation has taken pride, and also they have taken responsibility to make sure that what Sri Lanka Foundation can do and how they can contribute to the vision of the government. So therefore, we did structure some kind of projection, and also we did do some survey, and what we are planning is to see to that annually, starting from 2023, we would, as you can see on this chart, we are trying to employ our HND and graduate students. So if you can see 2023, by 2027, we are planning 27,000 employment placement. So 27,000 employment placement is not a small task. It's a massive task. So what we have done, as you can see, there are 3 different types of job categories we are looking. One, where our students can secure employment in public and private sector in Sri Lanka. This is number 1. Public and private institutions, they can secure employment, and we are opening our job placement by September 1st for the existing students, and these students, you guys will be joining this by 2020. So alumni. So what we are trying to do here is, I was talking of 3 different employment categories. One is the usual employment, what you see in our multinational, multicultural, private owned companies. The other type of employment would be the students seeking for overseas employment in other countries. So we are geared to find these opportunities and communicate to the students the employment opportunities. Also, that we would like to create a platform for our students to have access to such information. Number 3 opportunity is the opportunity of BPO, which is not very popular in the interior of the country. What I mean by BPO is that whereas multinational companies in Western world, they hire employees from Sri Lanka, Not only from Sri Lanka, India has a huge market. So therefore, our children can sit back at home and work for these multinational corporates from here and earn in dollars, euros, and GBPs, pounds. So this is something that we are very keen about, because as you know that we as a tiny island, we are always short of foreign currency. We don't have to be shy. Right now, semi-skilled and unskilled, our brothers and sisters are supporting us through their immense hard work and effort. They are supporting us with foreign currencies. What we are trying to do is we are trying to mitigate this gap by introducing all types of revenue generating, top level revenue generating employment for our students, for our graduates, our diploma holders, where else they can just sit back home and work for multinational companies across the globe. So these are three types of categories of employment that we are looking at. One, public and private institutions in our country. Two, foreign employment. Three, BPO, back office employment. That means, what do you mean by back office? Means basically you do not physically go to the office, you sit back home and do the work and you are being paid. So this is what we are trying to do by 2027. Right. Okay, the program structure is very simple. If you look at this, you can, after school, I believe most of you are after school, and we have very few candidates who had completed their studies some time back, and they are engaged in some kind of work, but still yet they want to study, because learning is a process, never ends. So they want to also study part-time and get qualified and advance and excel themselves into other areas. So as you can see, we have created this wonderful path: HND, then degree, master's level, and up to the PhD level. If you look at each and every level, I have just done some prediction. If you look at the HND level, we secure some kind of on-the-job training by 2023 employment, and you will be just 21, 22, a school leaver. So your salary scale would range from 25,000 to 100,000. Your salary scale might range from 25 to 100,000. And then you upgrade yourself. What we talk here is you upgrade yourselves up to a degree level. Then you look at this. Then what you have, you can do a part-time degree, final stage, and complete your degree. That is in Sri Lanka or out of this country. It all depends. If you want to transfer your credits to Australia, UK, USA, Canada, New Zealand, we could facilitate that. Or else you can complete the whole degree program in Sri Lanka at an affordable cost under the supervision of Sri Lanka Foundation. So this, while at the third year, what we do is we always encourage our students to complete the 2 years study, concentrate, focus, and then employment, to get employed. While you are employed, we urge, we encourage the students to complete their degree, final stage of the degree, part-time. We don't want to run full-time final year degree, because the reason is what today we believe in today's context, academia is important. Equally, work professional experience is also important. So professional experience together with academia would create a very effective person. This is what we strongly believe. So we have just projected, while you are 23 years old or around that, 24 maybe maximum, those school leavers would have an earning of literally about 150,000 rupees. And then we go up to the master's degree. After that, again part-time, and your salary scales will increase. And also at the master's level, studying at master's level, you will realize that sometimes by age of 24 or 25, you will realize that I would create my own business. Working for other multinational, multicultural, multi-ethnic organizations, you would have gathered the know-how, how best these things are done. And then you are on your own, you would like to start something on your own, right? So you will create your own environment to be an entrepreneur. So that may take place or may not take place, but still there is provision at master's level. And then I don't have to tell you, then you're going to PhD by age 25, 30, the salary is somewhat determined by the work that you do. Might go up to 1 million. So basically, what we expect our students to do: research, consultancy, academia, or sometimes entrepreneur. And also you have the liberty of applying with this qualification, applying to live in a foreign country. If you want to have, now we have dual citizenship, so that you can have your professional engagement in a Western country, and then also live in this country. So this is what we have planned for a student who come and join us after school. So you may not see, wherever you go to follow a program, this kind of planning, this kind of illustration is not done. So therefore, we give you this. These are the programs that I have just demarcated: some high salary scale programs and average salary scale programs. When I say average salary scale and demand, this is in our country, but in foreign countries, you are well paid for your efforts. HND in science, we have 3 programs. Engineering, we have few programs: mechanical, chemical, electrical, electronics, mechatronics, automobile engineering, leading to bachelor's degree. Computer science and multimedia, we have business analytics, multimedia technology, cyber security, information technology, data, artificial intelligence and data science, software engineering. Social science and arts, humanities, we have psychology, English, mass communication, fashion management, early child development, early child education is very highly demanded in some of the Western part of the world, psychology, English, mass communication, fashion, all these do have a lot of potential. And also business programs, administration, HRM, and entrepreneurship, tourism management, and hospitality management. So altogether, we have 25 odd programs for students select as per the passion, I would say, and their capability to pursue, and also the basic qualification. Well, the first option that we have given you, as usual, you can study with us, Lincoln University College, Sri Lanka or Malaysia. We will guarantee your degree at a affordable cost. And also, as the Vice Chancellor mentioned, we do have options for UK, the list of universities, Australia, New Zealand, and also Canada. So these universities, we have given options for students to study their final year of the degree. And this is the samples specimen of the certificate you see. You can see Sri Lanka Foundation and Lincoln logo over here. So that carries the weight of state recognition and international recognition put together. So this certificate will enable you, as I said, the passport. This certificate will be equal to your passport. And then we have convenient learning centers. I have mentioned the province wise, but district wise also we have convenient learning centers. I think I have discussed the basics because before this session, I have enlightened all the students. I have spoken to all the students and we have discussed, because I will not go into the details of each and every program, because each and every program will have different program structures and each and every program would have different objectives and different employment opportunities. So therefore, I would like to conclude myself with a brief introduction of the structure and how we have planned and what we have planned for you. Thank you very much. Over to you, Mr. Anusha.
Thank you, Mr. Roshan, for letting us, including all the mothers, parents, fathers, and especially the students, knowing what they are getting into. Because that's very important. Like you correctly said, this might be the first time actually in a similar course where this kind of an elaboration has given, where you have been telling about the courses and even where they can go after the courses as well. So it was a wonderful technical session elaborating on everything. So once again, thank you, Mr. Roshan. And at the same time, before ending our inauguration session, let me thank all those who have contributed to this wonderful task, including the Minister, the Honorable Minister, Dr. Rambukwella, Kelly Rambukwella, and his Secretary, Mr. Vijayveera, as well as the Sri Lanka Foundation Chairperson, the Senior Attorney at Law, Ms. Champika Amarasekara, Dr. Vijayaratna, Director Academics of Sri Lanka Foundation, as well as Mr. Roshan and Mr. Uday from Lincoln University College, and Professor Amia, the President of Lincoln University College, Malaysia. But last but not least, this event wouldn't have been a success if not for the participation of the parents, our partner organizations, and the students. So thank you everybody for joining this inaugural session, and I hope you will get the maximum benefit of these programs and make it your vision to get the qualification and go to a better job and have a better career, and at the same time make your parents proud and the country proud. Thank you very much, and over to you there.
I think, Mr. Anusha, we would like to take questions from the students.
Yes. All right. Yeah. If
Because
there's any questions, yes, please.
Yes, there are two options. One, you can put it on the chat box. You can key it in your chat box. Number two, you can unmute yourself and ask the question, please. Hello.
This is an open forum, so anybody can ask questions. You can ask verbally by unmuting yourself. And questions are flooding, but yes, please go ahead. It's better now than later. So Mr. Roshan, the questions are flooding, so we can, I think, help them by answering some of them. And you are muted, Mr. Roshan.
Yes, I'm just going through the
Right.
questions. All has similar nature. When are we starting? When are we starting engineering HND? What is the institute conduct software engineering HND? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, when the course started, where can we find the world ranking of 35 times ranking under the quality education? You can find that. What is the difference of HND biomedical science and HND biotechnology? Explain English teaching in HND. Thank you, sir. We can apply for school teaching as HND certificate. Explain about the course in HND in English. Are there any training programs for mechanical electrical engineer students? Okay. Basically, few questions asked. Let me give general answers. Starting about the program will be informed by your respective institution where you have registered with. I'm sure that all of you, those who have not registered with our system, you would have received an email, or you would have received some kind of a communication over WhatsApp or the email. So you can follow that link to register yourself. That is number one. And then also you can find out about the commencement dates of the programs, because individual programs, if you take engineering for one reason, that engineering could be followed by certain institutions, and those institutions would announce you when they are going to start their lectures. Today, we are inaugurating the program officially. From today onwards, they'll be individually starting their lectures in their respective areas. So you can join, you can get in touch with the respective convenient learning center. Okay, some questions were there. Are you ensuring transferring countries like US, Canada, UK? Well, if you comply with our requirements, comply with country requirements, there shouldn't be a problem of transferring your credits to those countries. When bioinformatics is going to start, that you can get in touch with our convenient learning center. What is the benefit of learning business management in the future? Well, that depends on the requirement. That depends your vision. That depends on what you are going to do. It all depends. It all depends what we are planning and our passion is all about. Whatever it is, if you can do it properly, I mean, there is nothing wrong. Any program, I would say, whatever that you are learning, you have to learn and you have to make sure that you are into it and you learn it properly. It will be rewarded. Mechanical engineering HND, because I am into science since late April. I do remember that June was the Zoom webinar. Like this, I have already registered. Yes, they will. We were waiting for the inauguration session. They couldn't start their programs until we officially inaugurate this session. They will now commence the programs. When will be starting the bar technology? Please get in touch with your convenient learning center, or else drop us a mail so that we can. I think we could. Mr. Uday, can you just key in your number, WhatsApp number, so that our students can get information. Those who so far have not got information, they can please key in. Okay, the most of the questions when we are starting, well, that will be informed to you. What if I don't have the entry qualification like A levels or any other basic foundation course? Well, if you do not have your A level qualification, we do have introduced foundation in art, science, and engineering. So you can follow one of those foundation programs and also get embarked on the HND. That is number one. Number two, you can also, if you have sat for your A levels and imagine that you have failed one or two subjects, or you have failed one subject, still you can follow our program by simultaneously following the foundation program. The missing subjects you can patch up there. You can patch up your missing subjects and get exemptions. Can you explain what about the exams in civil engineering? All our programs are subject to assessments. We do have semester exams in all semesters because they are Lincoln is a conventional university. Foundation institution is state university. Conventional universities and state institutions do have good, proper assessments, which is accepted around the world, because we have to stick to those norms. Those are very important norms. We can't just, get registered yourself and tell, okay, I have done this, I have done that assignment, now I'm eligible. No, you cannot do that. There are conventional, still we are conventional. So therefore, there are assessments at the semester. Exams are there, end of the semester. Okay, I think Mr. Uday has sent his number. Are we going to have any training programs for mechanical engineering? We have. How do I apply for biomedical science? You can. So the cost, these are all technical details. You can get in touch with the program coordinator. How the internship works. We'll have internship placements. Some programs will have internship placements during the after the first year. Some programs will have internship after the second year. Okay, I think some of the questions were raised by students, those who want to follow the English program. Their concern is, will we get English teaching? If the government has advertised for 2-year diploma, you are entitled to apply for this program. And also, we have quite a large number of students who are studying with us the English program are government teachers. So there is an opportunity provided. Depends on how the government will issue the gazette notification for recruitment. If it is 2 years, you can apply. If it is a degree, still you can by completing the degree. Shall we get a good career for English? Yes, there is a huge demand around the world. You know that. You don't have to necessarily work in Sri Lanka. Even in London, there's a requirement for teaching English as second language. So can I find what this is the UGC recognized unit? Yes, of course, this is a UGC recognized university. You can go to the Commonwealth and also International University Association. We have memberships. Lincoln has memberships on both associations. Will there be a campus interview for internship provided? Well, the campus will not have any interviews. Certainly the provider, employer would have some kind of an interview. That was a question raised by Mr. Mohammed. Because we have done our assessments and we have proven that our students are good. It's up to the employer to come down and say, look, what do you know? It's up to them to question. Cost of HND in accounting, please get in touch with the respective learning center. Yes, the institution will guide you for the interview. That's correct. We can guide you for the interview. We will prepare you for the job market. It's a part of the process. Well, courses are going to start. They will be starting. Probably the timetable will be sent to you. They'll be starting this month. Some of the programs will start immediately this month, and some of the programs the first week of August. Yes, right after the HND program, you are entitled to continue the degree program, because basically what we have done, we have given the opportunity of the student to have an exit point of 2 years and join the third year for the degree. Will it be online classes? For the time being, we will have online classes because of the COVID and the health guidelines. Once the health guidelines have been published by the government, we can have physical classes. Early childhood diploma I have seen in many countries. There's a demand. Dilmi has asked a question. Yes, I have seen in many countries it has been listed under the long-term under the skill list, and also it has been listed under the high demand skill list in some of the countries for early childhood diploma. So therefore, I think it's something that a lucrative program in foreign countries. Well, I'm not sure. There's a question by says Vanati. Shall we follow the degree the same place where we follow the diploma? That we have to technically evaluate and see. Depends on what program you're following and the facilities of the place and all that comes into play. Because some programs they need practical laboratories and all like. So then we'll have to see whether if the institution where you are following the diploma 2-year program, they have the necessary facilities, we can enable them to run the whole degree. But if they don't, we will guide you to a nearest center to follow the final year. Any scholarship, yeah, this is a scholarship program. This is a very subsidized program. So you can't expect anything further than this in terms of cost and affordability. Without any doubt, for an international program delivered in Sri Lanka, this would be the lowest cost program because the uni has given a lot in subsidiary of pricing. So can we use problem access to campus other purposes? Well, you have to check this with the respective learner. They are talking about, I think, the learning management system, so that you can discuss with your convenient learning center. We have a learning management system problem. So the question is from Kavindi. Yasantan, please explain business administration in HRM. Well, HRM and business administration, it is a program where students who would like to get into administration one given day, into the management, they could follow this program. And in terms of administration and management in many organizations, this qualification is desired, especially in terms of human resource department. Cybersecurity degree, question is not clear. Please explain about cybersecurity. Well, I don't have to explain about cybersecurity. You can just Google and see the demand for cybersecurity, the demand international market. So I'll give you a clue. This is, I think, the name appears Shanuka Veera Sena. You can always Google and find out the demand for these programs. All our programs, there's quite a lot of demand for all our programs. So basically, you can just go and Google the program name or by profession and see what kind of illustration you get. How much does it cost? How much does it cost for final year of the degree? It all depends. If you are following the social science or management related degree final year, it will cost you around 300 to 400,000 in between somewhere else. If you are following engineering or some other science programs, the cost would vary from 300,000 to 450,000. Basically, the whole program structure we have decided with the HND up to the degree. If it is social sciences, management, it will cost you around 600, 700,000 rupees for the whole 3 years. 600,000 roughly, less than that, maybe less than that. If it is engineering or some science, some of the science programs, it will cost you somewhere around 800, 900,000 for all 4 years, because those are 4-year programs. 3-year programs will cost you around 600,000, less than that. Yes, just after the HND, you can continue the degree. Yeah. My colleague and friend Ms. Ziam has said that 33% of the market is for cybersecurity in the job employment, that is in IT sector. Thank you for those statistics. So finally, a cost you can communicate with your service provider, your education provider, and find out. So roughly, I have said it is less. For the whole 3 years, it will cost you around 600,000 in Sri Lankan rupees. I don't think at this cost, no international university is offering any programs with the government recognition. state recognition. Yes, we are starting this course. Some of the programs are starting this month. Some of the programs are starting first week of next month. Bachelor of Biomedical Science 4-year degree program. Not sure, you have to check if it's 3 or 4 years. I'm sure. Please contact your nearest center. Cybersecurity HND, can we start internship after completing the first year? Well, it all depends. It all depends. If you want to start an internship after first year, or if you want to start the internship after second year, it all depends on how you look at this. Sometimes if you feel that your workload is too much and your academic work is too much, so the best advice is to start an internship after the second year. Or else if you feel that you are comfortable and then you would kind of like to do a job, do part-time job, then of course you can. That question was from, I can't see the name actually. Shehan has asked a question. What are the job opportunities for HND in psychology? Yeah, my God. Psychology has a large scope. So plenty of, most of these organizations nowadays, they are looking for psychologists. So HND will give you some kind of exposure to these areas. So there are job opportunities for psychology. Yes, biomedical covers practical areas. All our programs, engineering and science programs, do cover a lot of practicals, lab practicals. Well, there's a question from Dilmi. Hold on. Before that, there's a question from Jayan. Says Jayan, Jayan. I have already completed engineering graduate diploma. I am willing to start HND in AI. Can I get exemption or relevant subjects? I'm sorry that you have to contact the center. Usually for HNDs, we don't give exemptions. When there's a question from Dilmi, says that she's asking a question. Dilmi Chamodhyay. When we apply to the foreign countries after completing 2-year diploma for job, is that necessary to complete the degree? Well, it all depends. It all depends in which category of job that you are expecting. So therefore, it all depends on what your expectations are. If you are expecting some kind of elevation in your career, it's always better to complete a bachelor's degree and go overseas. Business administration, HRM, post duration. All our basic degrees are 2-year degree programs. HNDs are 2.5 years. Degree is depending on the duration. One of final year would be 1 or 2 years maybe. Can I just have a word from you regarding the bioinformatics, if possible? Yes, please. You can get in touch with the respective center and get all the information that you want about this program. I'm not going to talk in general forum. You can get all your, kind of a course details and things that, but other subject content, all these things, they will educate you about bioinformatics. It's a good program. There's a lot of job opportunities, a lot of BP opportunities, a lot of research opportunities. Bioinformatic people are required by modern institutions. They all need bioinformatic people because analytics, it's very much is now what people are behind. Okay. I think we have answered quite a lot of questions posted by the students. If you have any further questions, you can always, in fact, get in touch with your nearest convenient learning center, or you can follow the lead which you had, which led you to this session today. You can follow that lead and then contact the coordinator, respective coordinator of the program, and get to know about the programs. Mr. Anusha. What is the job opportunities in HND for cybersecurity network technology? Well, again, why don't you Google this? You will get all the answers. Okay, I think, well, we have answered many questions. Well, if convenient learning centers, if they do not know when they are going to start, this question is posted by Milan, they should be able to start the programs now because the green light is being given. They can go ahead and start the programs now. After the official inauguration, they can start all the programs. Biotechnology cost, I think it's somewhere around 350,000 rupees. I'm not sure. Check with them, please. Any other questions? I continue. Can I continue? I don't know. The question is there. I continue this post Swiss. How can I contact the institute? Please follow the lead where you get this, where you got this lead for this seminar inauguration. You can follow that lead. About the Swiss, I'm not sure that you have to. I don't think it shouldn't be a problem in Switzerland, but you can check. Shouldn't be a problem. How can I apply for cybersecurity in HND? Please follow the lead which was provided, which has guided you to this session, so that if you can just follow the lead here, and you will be guided. You could follow this. Right? You could get registered yourself. Right. So I think it's time to wind up. Once again, before I wind up this session, I would like to thank yes, before I wind up, there's another question. Do we get a transcript from SLF and Lincoln after the completion? Yes, of course, you get a transcript and a certificate. Your transcript will be international, so you can use that transcript to internationally transfer your credits anywhere that you like. Okay. Before I wind up my session, I would like once again to hold on. I would like to thank the Honorable Minister and also the Secretary, Mr. Jagat, Honorable Secretary, Mr. Jagat P. Vijay Veera, Secretary to the Media Ministry, and also would like to thank the Chairperson, Ms. Champika D. Amarasekara, Senior Attorney at Law, and also the Chairperson. With her blessings, things are looks very easy. And Dr. Vijay Ratna, the Head of Academic, for the entire support that he has extended to start this program. And the Vice Chancellor and the President of Lincoln University College, Professor Dr. Amya Baobi, for gracing this occasion with inspiring words. And the staff members at Sri Lanka Foundation, headed by the Director General, and my colleagues at my Sri Lankan office for putting up this forum, along with Sri Lanka Foundation, PR officer, Mr. Uday Bandara, and also Mr. Anusha Lianage, who was comparing the session. And not to forget the hard work of communicating and guiding you to this moment in your area, our partner institutions. As Professor mentioned, the university or Sri Lanka Foundation institution, or none of these things would exist if our partner institutions are not actually carrying us, holding us. So I would like to extend my gratitude and also special thanking for these institutions. I would like to thank especially these institutions for putting up, communicating and putting up this forum so that students can excel, learn, and accomplish great careers in their lives. So I would like to thank all of them, including the parents and the students who would like to join us today. Thank you once again. For the benefit of the students who want information once again for final time, Mr. Uday, can you just share your WhatsApp number? Okay. You could see this number. It's 071 096 4676. 071 096 4676. If you have any queries, please WhatsApp on this number, and then you would get answers. Before I wind up, there's a question from Not sure the question is what the question is. Can I join OUSL after doing HND? Okay, there's a question saying that I'm not sure OUSL stands for Open University of Sri Lanka. Of course you can join. I don't see a problem. You could join, yeah. So thank you very much. Stay safe and hope to see you during your graduation, and also time to time we might meet up with certain professional engagement. Leaving space for that for the time being, I'll wind up the session from my side, and you can get in touch with the respective centers for further clarification and further explanations. Thank you very much.